Hello everyone, today I'm upgrading / replacing my NEXT PVR system. Now, about a year ago we made a video setting it up, and since then it's just been running on a Dell Optiplex until that thing got too noisy and shut off, and I've just never bothered to fix it since. So, since then I've got this PC. Now, I built this recently as a PC with just one fan. I did film it all. I might, if anyone's interested, I might make a video on building this. But the general idea is it's just got one fan and some ducting. It's trying to keep it nice and quiet. Now, like before, I'm still using the black gold BGT 3620 TV card, as it supports DVB-T2 and most of the DVB stuff has been switched off. I did try and also the Hawkpad card in here, the WinTV, but that didn't. The system doesn't seem to like this. It doesn't even boot with it in. Except for that, it's a fairly standard system. I'm using a Pico PSU up here. It just takes 12-volt input from a massively overspec HP server power supply. Inside, there is an AMD A8 6600K under this heatsink and 8 GB of really fast RAM that I've downclocked for power efficiency. The motherboard is just a cheapo one off eBay, but it's quite nice for the price. There is also a 120GB SSD, which is just really for the OS and all the software I need. And for the actual video recordings, I'm going to be using my Jellyfin box this time instead of NEXT PVR, because I'm just going to use this to provide as a source for Jellyfin. Now let's move on to the software. We're using Tiny11 because there is no Linux drivers for that black gold card, and despite the drivers only saying they will go up to Windows 8, they seem to work perfectly fine on Tiny11. Now, after waiting for about 10 years for the updates to install, we can install NEXT PVR. To do this, we just download the exe from this random thread and run it. To set it up, you just do it in a browser, but we'll worry about that later. Finally, we can install Sunshine so we can actually access the system remotely. In my experience, Sunshine is the most reliable, which is even better than other options like Chrome Remote Desktop. Now we can just remote into the system using Moonlight. All you have to do for this is just go on the Sunshine web UI and type in the thing. If you want to know how to set up NEXT PVR, we covered this in our last video. Now we can just shove it in the cupboard, plug in the TV card, plug in the network card, and remote in to see if everything works. Now that I've got the basic NEXT PVR set up and done a channel scan, we can actually add NEXT PVR in Jellyfin. To do this, all you're going to want to do is go into plugins and add the NEXT PVR plugin. After you do that, make sure you update the EPG, and in my experience it does not work very well. But if you record things on NEXT PVR itself and watch it back on Jellyfin, that does work a bit better. Overall, if you want live TV in Jellyfin, I'd definitely recommend buying one of those home run things instead of using NEXT PVR on an old TV card. I don't know whether it's just my setup, but this seems incredibly unreliable. Bye.